it's that time again. Yes, lucky listener, you have found NH Unscripted. Sweet cream ladies, the world owes you a living. I am your box tops-like host, Ray Dudley. Got my Nehru jacket on, my bell-bottom pants, my platform shoes. I love the 70s. Yes, yes, yes. You are listening to us either on your transistor radio, 1450 AM, 103.9 FM in Concord, 101.9 FM for the beautiful souls in Manchester. We are coming to you from the Car 54-like digs of the WKXL studios deep in the heart of Concord. NHTalkRadio.com is our URL because that's where all the cool kids are hanging out. Ooh, I need to thank my sponsor. You know, I get a lot of people who ask me, Ray, how do you stay so good looking? Well, here's the tip. I got a fence, so I can go outside in my black socks and sandals, my thong, and I get all the vitamin D I need. Get a fence! My neighbors don't look over anymore. No, sir, they cannot see my sweet. Anyway, LRFence.com, they're our sponsor. Lakes Region Fence, they're up there in Guilford. Matt and his crew, they do incredible work. Sports courts, yes, some of you into pickleball. I know that. Can't play it to save my life, but you're into it. Get a fence, come on. Property lines, commercials, pool fences. When's the last time you had your pool fence fixed? They'll do it all. LRFence.com, LRFence.com. We really do love those guys, and we appreciate all they do to sponsor this show. Well, y'all know I am a barbecue aficionado. I love barbecue. My wife and I tend to go around the state hunting out barbecue places to give them a try. We're kind of like the old Phantom Gourmet, except we ain't so Phantom and we ain't gourmets. But we go out periodically, and I have a couple of smokers at my house, and so we're always cooking barbecue up there. So it's time once again with the fall season here. I know summertime people love to cook, but I love it in the fall. There's something about barbecue wafting in the air, football season. And in the house today, Daniel Lloyd, CEO of Big Dog Sauce. Welcome, sir.
Good morning. Well, it's afternoon, right?
It's getting there.
Right? It's almost afternoon, Ray. Good afternoon.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I am really glad to have you here.
Well, a pleasure to be invited. Thank you very much.
I have heard extraordinary things about your company. And I mean that. I have heard some wonderful, wonderful things about it. So why don't we start with the regular stuff? Tell me all about your company, well, as much as you can get in the next few minutes, and then I'm going to pepper you with some questions because I'm always intrigued about how these things get started.
Well, let's see. We're in our third year now.
Okay.
This was founded as a post-COVID recreational type of thing. Needed a hobby to do, and I figured, well, why don't I make some sauce, and we'll sell it at a farmer's market, and we'll go ahead and make a little extra cash flow. And, 3 years later, I'm sitting here, and it's 8 sauces in and 2 dry rubs and 56 locations, and I've quit my full-time job to do this full-time. So it's been growing like crazy.
Okay, we're going to rewind a little bit. So COVID hits, and you, of all the things that you think you should probably come up with, is barbecue sauce. Let me ask you this. Once upon a time, there was McDonald's, and then there was Burger King. And some guy comes along and says, you know what? I can open up one. I'm going to call it Wendy's. He saw something that did not exist in that niche. And then the next thing you know, we got Five Guys. We get In-N-Out. What did you see? What did you feel that the niche that you could fill? I mean, why? There's a ton of them out there. You can buy them out all online all day long. I have been known to do it.
Well, Ray, the big thing my wife and I started this, and to kind of give you a little bit of background on it, we used to do it in Denver. I'm from Denver.
Okay.
And we used to do it for charity events. We used to do competitions for the fun of it. I used to bottle for the fun of it and give it to my friends and neighbors. And so forth. And when I came out here, one of the things, my wife and I are both diabetic, and we wanted to find an alternative to barbecue sauce that, was diabetic friendly and tasted good. So we decided to make an all-natural sauce company. So our sauce is basically all natural, no artificial flavors, colors, preservatives. What you see is what you get, basically. So we're only sweetened with natural sugars, which is going to be, either a maple or a brown sugar or a honey or the fruit of the berry. That's it. We stay clear from the sugar-frees because that requires a chemical.
Yep.
I don't care who you talk to, sugar-free is a chemical.
Yeah.
So that being said, we wanted a healthy alternative. And so we try to source, all our stuff is co-packed down in Mass, and we try to bring all our product as much as possible from local farms, from the Boston Farmers Market. We bring product up from there. Obviously, some stuff.
You go down to Boston. I did not mean to interrupt you.
No,
I'm
that's
sorry.
okay.
This is what I do.
My co-packer goes down.
Yeah?
So they go down and they either they pick it up or they have it delivered up to their facility. And obviously, some stuff can't be. Mangoes are not going to be found in New Hampshire, right? So we source that elsewhere. But everything as much as possible, we try to bring in all natural.
So, okay, this is why I have questions all the time. My little mind. Okay, so you throw out this claymore of a story. Let me just back up again. So you said you originally were doing it in Denver.
Mm-hmm.
What, in Denver, you were making your own sauces. Now, when was that?
That was
Before
I've been
COVID?
doing it. Yeah. We're talking. 1995 through, for, 20 years, I've been making them in Denver, and we made it just for the fun of it. I would make barbecue sauce, and people would say, "Oh, I love it so much. I'd love a bottle of it." It's fine. I make a bottle of it, and we would do stuff for Habitat for Humanity, and we would do stuff for Once Upon a Child. These are two charities that are in Denver that we supported. And, they would have fundraising events, and we would do chili cook-offs and so forth. So I was doing it all in Denver before I came here. All of these, though, are all original from here. I created these here.
So these flavors you're saying did not exist?
These didn't exist, except for one.
Got you.
So,
when you were in Denver, did you ever grow your own peppers to start, or were you always getting them from other farmers markets?
I was at the other farmers markets.
Got you. Do you said your wife is involved?
My wife is involved.
Does she enjoy hot stuff?
She does.
She does. That's a rarity.
She does enjoy it.
What's her name?
Phyllis.
Phyllis. Hi, Phyllis.
She's the real owner.
You're a gem.
She's the real boss.
Oh, I've heard that before.
Yeah. 32 years of marriage.
Yes.
She's a real boss.
That exists in my house as well. I wanted to be able put your URL out there right now and your contact information for folks who kind of want to follow along.
So our stuff is website is bigdogsauce.com. If you do a search for that, you should be able to pull up the website as well.
Indeed, it comes right up. Got it right there.
As well as you should be able to find a Facebook link. But if you don't see it, you can always just do a Facebook search for Big Dog Sauce NH for New Hampshire, and that will pull up our Facebook. And on that page, you can also get directly to our website.
Beautiful.
Where you can purchase the sauces.
Beautiful, beautiful. So when you say your wife is involved. Now, is she literally co-cooking? Well, now you have a place in Mass, you said, but was she involved in developing the recipes, and then, or just did she have her own lane?
Well, my wife's involvement is I create the stuff, she tastes it. And
what a brave soul!
So
my wife thinks milk is hot.
So I make it, she tastes it, she gives me recommendations. I make it again. We tweak it. She's if I have ideas or thoughts, I go to her, and she says, "Well, maybe if we added, turmeric in here, or we did something." Yeah.
Man, okay. Hear that music? We are needing the pause. Hang on, Sloopy, hang on. You are listening to NH Unscripted. Daniel Lloyd from Big Dog Sauce is in the house talking some of my favorite stuff. Yeah, baby. You are listening to us either on 1450 AM or 103.9 FM in Concord, 101.9 FM for the beautiful souls in Manchester, or maybe you're out there at nhtalkradio.com. Maybe. Hey, we'll be right back. I have questions, of course. Baby, it's nice to get out of bed in the morning. You may be just hitching a ride here on NH Unscripted, which should be another award-winning episode. I'm your Vanity Fair-like host, Ray Dudley. We are coming to you from the Hollywood squares-like digs of the WKXL studios in Concord. As always, I sit in the center square, 1450 AM, 103.9 FM for the souls in Concord, 101.9 FM for the people in Manchester. We love you down there. NHTalkRadio.com is where the cool kids are hanging out lately. In the house is Daniel Lloyd from Big Dog Sauce, and we are talking, sauce. Daniel says he has a couple of samples here. Daniel, what do you have?
Well, I got all of them for you.
Ooh.
So, first of all, I want to premise something.
Okay.
We are not a hot sauce.
Thank you. Okay?
So, if anybody wonders,
I won't say he chastised me over that, but
we are not a hot sauce. We're a flavorful premium sauce. Okay? So, what you're going to get is we got a couple warm, and then we have the rest that are they're on the sweet side, flavorful, and then we have our holiday sauce.
I'm staring it down right now.
Which we'll talk about here in just a little bit.
Okay.
So, you want to start on the high end and you want to work your way down, or do you want to work your way up?
We'll work our way up.
Work your way up.
Yes,
all right.
Sir.
So, the first one we're going to have you try is going to be our maple.
Maple,
all right. So, this maple is made with real maple. It's got a touch of smoke in it.
Okay.
And we got onions and garlic.
Okay.
All right. You're actually going to taste a little bit of the chunks in it.
Yep.
That's the real stuff.
Okay.
All right. So, grab your spoon there, sir.
I am all over this.
We got to teach him how to do this stuff.
Yeah. While you're doing this, tell me, you got any shows coming up?
Yeah, we got one down at Chick Farm Woodworking here in 2 weeks, and that's down in Litchfield. And then we're going to be at the Holly Jolly Christmas Festival at the Doubletree Hotel.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving Day weekend.
Man. That is delicious, by the way. That is absolutely, and very mild.
It is very mild.
Very mild.
It's
a beautiful flavor profile.
Yeah. So it's a really, really simple sauce. So this next one.
All right.
So this is our dark cherry bourbon. So this here.
Dark cherry.
So this here actually won 3 awards in 2023.
What?
We sponsor a barbecue team, and they took first place on their ribs for flavor profile. And this one here was the sauce that was used.
It is so different. I mean, it has a background flavor that's very much like the maple, but it is very distinct. Again, it's very mild. I could see that easily sitting on ribs.
Yeah.
Easily.
So that's our dark cherry bourbon.
Okay.
So it's funny. This particular one was probably one of the toughest ones to do.
Why?
Well, the first time we did
Can I see the bottle while you're doing that? I want to read the ingredients.
So the first time we did this, I was sitting here pitting dark cherries. And I was like, okay, this is not going to work. And so one of the things we did was we went to an organic pie filling. And everyone says, pie filling, there's no artificial flavors, colors, or it's all natural. So that allowed us to go that route. And so we went with an organic dark cherry pie filling on this.
Interesting.
And it allowed us to create that flavor profile.
Now, tell me about them winning the awards. So do you sponsor a team?
We do. So we actually have 3 teams we sponsor.
Yeah.
The first one's Barbecue Bandits, okay, and they're out of Massachusetts. They're the ones that won on the ribs, and you can see the trophy up on our Facebook or on our website.
Going there
you
right now.
You should be able to see it. If not, it's going to be under the in our Facebook page.
Events, merch. Where would I go for that?
You could probably go under shop.
Shop. We'll go.
Or sauces. Go to sauces.
All right.
And I think he was going to put it up, but I'm not sure if he did or not.
All right, I'll take a peek.
For
folks who don't know, competition in barbecue is crazy.
It is.
It is absolutely crazy. I get a magazine called Barbecue News.
Yep.
Talks about all the big ones, Kansas City and all that. And yeah, it's highly competitive.
It is. It is.
And I cannot, and it is pretty subjective. I mean, your palate and all this, but it is not an easy competition.
Well, maybe he didn't put it up. I apologize.
Okay, that's all right.
The thing about competitions is you're subjected to the judges, and every
Correct.
competition is going to be different.
Right.
So there's no clear cut, hey, this is this is what is going to win you it, and if you do this or that, because you have all different judges.
Yeah.
Everyone's got a different palate.
Absolutely.
And so there's no surefire win for anybody. So, but that was probably the toughest one to make, was the dark cherry bourbon.
So you decided to make that flavor. Why? What?
I want to be something different.
Okay.
I wanted something with bourbon.
Yep.
And I'm a bourbon person. I love my bourbon.
Yep.
But I wanted something different. I went through a bunch of different bourbons. I went through a different barbecue sauces that had bourbon.
Man, oh man.
And did a lot of research, and I didn't find anything that had a dark cherry bourbon. And so cherries are popular. People love cherry. And it paired well with the bourbon. So that's where we came up with it.
Man.
One of the things that we do with Big Dog Sauce, and anybody that comes in and follows our Facebook page, we are heavily involved with our community on Facebook.
Okay.
So what we do is, when I'm ready to make a new sauce, okay, I like to get my community involved. So what we like to do is we like to throw out contests and say, okay, I'm creating a sauce for the summer. I need suggestions. And so we start fielding suggestions from on the Facebook page, on the comments. We start getting different ideas.
Yeah.
We had, a mojito one, and we've had some of the oddest ones you can think of. And then what we do is we narrow it down to usually the top 3 or 4 that we like.
You have them voting on them?
And then we have our community vote.
You do?
So our community is what decides what our next sauce is.
Wow.
So I think that sets us apart a little bit from some of the other brands out there. They put them out. I want the people that are liking our sauce to be involved. And so I think that's a big part of what we like to do.
Yeah.
And then we use, when we run these different contests, and, whoever's selected, usually gets a sauce, a 6-pack of sauce or a 4-pack of sauce, and whatever it is we're giving out at the time. And so, yeah.
So, man, I'm telling you, you blow my mind away. I'm like at a 4-way stop sign here. I don't know which way to turn. All right, I started talking to you about the team. What made you decide to sponsor a team?
Well, back in Denver, we used to work with a team called GQ Barbecue.
Oh.
And it always fascinated me. And I just I reached out to part of the New England Barbecue Society.
Got you.
NEBS is for short.
Yep.
And we joined them as a vendor. And I just started getting involved with them. And
Do you go to some of the festivals?
I do.
You do?
I do. We go to the festivals. We usually have a table up and we sell it. But what's happened is these teams try our sauce and they like it. And so the other two teams, we have Matt's Backyard Barbecue.
Okay.
Who's we're sponsoring. And then we're sponsoring a team out of, I think it's Exeter Exeter is 16 Mesh Barbecue. So both of those are real active on in the
16 Mesh is a reference to the size of pepper.
Yep, 16 Mesh Barbecue and Matt's Backyard Barbecue are the two big ones we're doing right now. We're working with them, and they're using our sauce and our rubs on their food. So we're involved with them. We go to the events. We just like to be part of the community.
Yeah.
And for us starting out, it's important to be visible. And it's important for us to people know who we are, and it's getting there.
Yeah.
People are beginning to realize that, hey, they got a pretty good sauce.
Yeah.
And you'll see here as we go through these what the rest of them taste like, and you'll see why.
I cannot wait. So if people were, really? We're halfway through the show already? Mama! Well, we are darn close to being your love potion number 9. Dang it! You are listening to NH Unscripted. I am your Searchers Like host, Ray Dudley, and we are coming to you from the Gong Show Like digs of the WKXL studios in Concord, 1450 AM, 103.9 FM. And for you beautiful souls in Manchester, 101.9 FM. NHTalkRadio.com is our URL. Daniel Lloyd from Big Sauce, the Big Dog Sauce is in the house. Whew. And we're trying it all. We'll be right back. Yeah. Welcome back to NH Unscripted, where people just gotta be free. I am your Rascals Like host, Ray Dudley. Yeah, coming to you from the Taj Mahal like digs of the WKXL studios, and my God, it's cavernous in here. 1450 AM, 103.9 FM on your transistor radios. Those are Concord-based. 101.9 FM for you folks in Manchester. NHTalkRadio.com is the URL. Daniel Lloyd, CEO of Big Dog Sauce, is in the house, and he's giving me samples to try. I'm in love. Daniel, let's talk about, while you're dishing out my next flavor profile, tell me about your new store.
Well, we got a new store coming up in Hillsborough. We're revitalizing the town.
Okay.
And we are opening up a brick and mortar store up in Hillsborough, where we're going to have all our sauces, some other local. We're going to have some other local hot sauces that are in there, and we got some. What we're trying to do is specialize and cater to some of the small businesses in the area.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to have local meats coming in from LeMay and Sons, and then we have some meats coming in from Eckerd Farms, and they'll be available in our freezer. So people can go right to that freezer and pick up meat instead of having to go to the local
Sauce
store.
in one hand, meat in the other.
And then we have a bakery coming in.
Oh,
and they're going to be offering fresh bread from a local baker and fresh pies from the freezer, all from local. So what we're trying to do right here is there's a lot of good people out there that make a lot of good things.
True.
And not everybody has a chance to experience them. They have farm stands. People go out, they bring product in, they make it local. Not everybody gets a chance to experience it. Right. So what we're trying to do is give these people a local avenue to be able to bring their stuff in, showcase it, and sell it. And that's what we're doing. So we're going to have some bread, we're going to have some pie, we're going to have some meat, we'll have some baked goods, a few baked goods. We have some local hot sauces. We have one coming in from South Africa, which is an amazing...
What?
Yep, South Africa hot sauce. We have a friend of mine who's the only licensed vendor in United States that sells it. So we're going to buy it from him, and we're going to have it at the store. It's an amazing sauce.
Can you tell me what's different about it real quick?
I couldn't tell you what the difference is. It's just amazing. It's made right in South Africa. And to be honest with you, if you asked me what the name of it is, I couldn't even begin to pronounce
That's okay. Are you going to be selling barbecue there as well?
No, not yet. That's not. My plan is we're going to eventually have a commercial kitchen in the back. Oh. And I'll tell you what we're going to do. This is going to blow everybody's mind. We started back in June, okay? We came up with an idea. And the idea was we're going to take our sauce and freeze dry it. So what we do is we take all our sauces, we put them in a freeze dry machine that sucks all the water out. What's left is a powder. Then what you do is you grind the powder up and you seal it in a vacuum sealed 2-ounce packet. So all they have to do now is when they're camping, they're hiking, and outdoors or whatever, you rip it open, you add 2 tablespoons of water to it, shake it, and now you have the exact same product you have here.
Dude, that's brilliant.
Out there. And it works out wonderful. We made about 500, and we sold out in the first 2 weeks.
You did. Any feedback? Have you gotten feedback?
Oh, it was amazing. It was amazing, the feedback. So eventually we're going to have a commercial kitchen in the back so we can start doing that there.
Wow.
The company we were using to freeze dry is no longer in business. So that kind of delayed our plans. So I'm hoping 2025, the goal is to put some, we'll have a section with all freeze dried, and people can come in and pick up all our sauces in the freeze dried format.
That has to be cutting edge. I don't know anybody else who does that.
You have freeze dried. I mean, you can go to REI, you can go to LL Bean, and you can see a freeze drying in the camper section.
Yeah, mac and cheese.
Right. But this here is like if you want to go out and let's say you're in the Scouts and you make a pot of chili and you want to open up a mango habanero and you want to pour the sauce in, you now can pour the sauce in. It's just like adding sauce to your, and it's an amazing thing. So
that's in Hillsboro. Give me your URL one more time and your Facebook information.
Yeah, it's bigdogsauce.com. And you can look us up on Facebook as Big Dog Sauce NH.
NH. So you said you have a new store that's going to be opening.
Yep.
Do you have an old store? Do you have other stores?
No.
Okay.
This is our first brick and mortar.
56 locations. Is that
56
correct?
56 stores that are selling our product.
Can you name it? You in like the?
Oh, sure. We're like in Gulfstown. We're in Sully's in Gulfstown.
You are.
We're in the Sully's up in both Sully's. I'm not real good with city names.
Are you in the rest areas on the highway?
We're working on it.
You are?
So I just was in communications with the guy, the director of food and beverage for the Common Man Roadside.
Yeah.
So we're working on that there. Hopefully we can get in there. I'm hoping so too.
Yeah.
A lot of local chain restaurants, butchers. We just opened up in Washington, D.C. and a butcher in D.C. They're carrying our product.
So you're not just like New England-y?
No. And we're in Buffalo, New York. And then we're also in November 2nd, we'll be in Alexander, Virginia.
Wow. How in the world are you even targeting those areas? What do you have people that just
word of mouth?
Are you kidding me?
A lot of it's word of mouth. The one down in Washington, D.C. in Virginia, we were fortunate enough to meet a young lady, and she introduced us to some people down there. And they both took it on, and hopefully we'll be able to expand, and then maybe down in Atlanta here sometime next year. And
wow.
So we're working on coast-to-coast national distribution, which we can do now.
Man, that's a huge step.
Yeah, we have that.
We have that
availability to do that now.
Oh my gosh! All right. So, what was the flavor I just had?
So this is our prime time.
That was beautiful.
This is our steak sauce.
Yes, I get that.
That's our steak sauce.
It has an A1-ish flavor to it. Is that the?
It's better than that.
Yeah.
It's better than that.
You're so humble.
Well, if it's I call the kettle black, it's better than A1.
Of course.
So the other one that we have.
Yes.
Let me give you our bar. This is the mango habanero. So this is going to be on our spicy side.
I'll take it all morning.
So this is our hottest that we go.
Oh, it's got some good kick, like back of the.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. That is delicious.
Well, you're not
Man.
reaching for your water, so you're
No,
good there.
I'm telling you, I'm in for hot sauce. That is delicious. That is absolutely delicious.
So we have three very unique
my
ones.
God,
So
that's
those are
so
the
good.
those are the barbecue.
Okay.
Okay, those are the first four that could be barbecue. This one here
Yes.
was made for your delicate meats. This is our blackberry.
I have to remember
So
to thank
this-
God tonight. This is tremendous.
This goes on your fish, your duck, your lamb, whatever it may be that are more your delicate meats.
Yeah?
A lot of people are using this as a salad dressing, which is an amazing. Once you try it, you'll find out. This is our blackberry ginger.
Oh, my gosh. It's beautiful. It's much lighter. Much lighter. Oh, I wanted to ask you, that's absolutely gorgeous. The blackberry's delicious.
Yeah, so it's fresh blackberries.
Yeah.
And so we're subject to the blackberry prices.
Yeah.
This year we couldn't make it.
It's gorgeous.
Blackberries
All of
were
this
very,
is-
very expensive. And so this year we opted not to because I didn't want to pass the expense on to the consumer.
Yeah?
So we didn't make it this year. Hopefully
Wow.
next year.
Kudos to you.
So I didn't want to pass it on to the consumer. I mean, it would have cost us to raise the cost of bottle up, and
Yeah.
I didn't want to do that, especially if we have to go to a wholesale market.
Yeah.
And so we decided not to do it this year. Hopefully they'll come down next year. But that's our blackberry.
These are actually very beautiful. Let me ask you a question. Obviously, Thanksgiving's coming up.
Yep.
What would you pair with turkey?
There you go.
Or the
Now that you asked. So this
What a
is our
segue.
holiday sauce.
I'm almost a pro.
This just came out. So this came out a week ago. So this is our cranberry spice. So this here is going to have our fresh cranberries, all the spices of chai tea, plus nutmeg and cloves.
Yes. Yes. Dude, that sits on your tongue. I get all of those profiles. I get the nutmeg. I get the cloves. It is so good. The cranberry. No, are you... Come on. I got to expand the show. This is getting crazy. Andrew, you're killing me, baby. You're killing me. Oh, man. You are listening to NH Unscripted. My God, as I smack my lips. Daniel Lloyd from Big Sauce is in the house. Big Dog Sauce, sorry about that. You're listening to NH Unscripted, 1450 AM, 103.9 FM for the beautiful souls in Manchester. We are at 101.9. NHTalkRadio.com is the URL. Yeah, I'm stumbling all over my words. I'm salivating on myself. We'll be right back. It should be illegal. How much fun we're having. And I mean, this is crazy. Kicks just keep getting harder to find, except now. I am your Paul Revere and the Raiders-like host, Ray Dudley. Having more fun than should be allowed, my goodness. We are coming to you from the YMCA-like digs of the WKXL studios in Concord. My gosh, I could smell the chlorine from the pool all the way over here. 1450 AM, 103.9 FM. That's Concord-based on your transistor radios. 101.9 FM for the beautiful souls in Manchester. And htalkradio.com is the URL where you can find the archives of this show. Plus all the other great programs that go on here. And there's a button out there where you can listen live. Yeah, you struck gold, and you know it. Daniel Lloyd from Big Dog Sauce is in the house, and he is treating me. I mean, my mouth is literally watering. He has so much to talk about. Sir, I have cut you off several times. That Thanksgiving one, cranberry spice, is unbelievably beautiful. And you said it's a one run kind of thing?
It's a one-run thing. We start that October 1st. And we run it right through the end of the year. The only exception to that is if I sell out real fast, we may do a second, but normally it's a one-run deal. You know, we got 1,000 bottles or so, whatever it may be, and that's it. So we have most of it sold online. We sell it at most of the events that we're at, and we will sell through a good portion of it.
That's not a lot of bottles. When you say you're in 56 locations, plus you're selling online, 1,000 bottles is not a lot.
No, it goes fast.
Yeah.
It goes fast. It's a limited edition run.
Man.
And
so good.
We have people buying it by the case.
I'm telling you, the nutmeg and the cloves in there, it's perfect. I mean, it's perfect for Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
It is absolutely perfect. Beautiful job. So you have, all right, I know you got a couple more you want to get through. So which ones are we going to try next?
All right, so let's go with, actually, I think there's only one left.
Okay.
You got,
okay.
So.
I've been a pig already? I tried all the others? My old man mind. Oh!
So.
This is different. Is this a salsa?
It is a Southwest. It's a Southwest. So, being from Denver, you're going to hear it here first. This is the only place in New England that you're going to buy an authentic Colorado green chili. So this is made with Hatch chilies.
My God,
they're fire roasted, and it is amazing. I've been making this for 20 plus years, and I finally decided to bring it to New England. I was skeptical at first because it's a little bit on the spicier side, and it's a little bit different. But I think different is needed out here.
You have all the adjectives I wanted to hear. Spicy, smoky. Roasted.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Oh, my God. I'm so in. I hate to do this to folks on there. Oh, my gosh. That is wonderful. That hits so many different spots. I can't even be...
So you put that on your eggs in the morning. You put it on your breakfast burritos if you make them. A lot of times we'll smother a burrito, we put it on fajitas.
Smother a burrito.
Make fajitas with it.
Oh, my gosh.
A lot of, my wife and I will just eat chips and salsa out of it. Like
yes,
salsa.
Yes. I see that. Any kind of a nice warm bread, like a pita bread or some kind of you can dip right in there. Dude.
Add some cheese to it, and you're in heaven.
You have been blessed with an intelligence that goes beyond mankind. My gosh. Hang on, taking some more. All right. Oh, good grief. So, besides, which one is like your flagship product that you? Are they regional, or do you find them doing better in some places other than others?
It depends on where you go.
That's so good.
Southern New Hampshire.
Oh, I need chips.
Southern New Hampshire, I sell differently than I sell in Vermont.
Really? I would not have thought it was that.
It's totally different. These Southern Vermont maple. I mean, people like going the maple route. Southern New Hampshire, they like the spicy, like the mango, they like the green chili. It really depends on where we go. I don't have our leading sauce right now is the mango habanero.
Yeah,
that's our number one seller. But I think the prime time, the new steak sauce is going to become our number one sauce. But if I was to put a flagship. What you're eating now is what I'm biggest proud of.
My mother of God, that's good.
That is what I'm proud of, and I have mastered that.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have. So, what you said you had a couple of upcoming events that you're going to be at?
So we are going to be down at Chickwork Farms, Chick Farm Woodworking, which is in Litchfield.
Dude, that lights
they have a big
really good.
They have a big vendor fair coming up. 30 crafters.
Is that New Hampshire?
It's in New Hampshire in Litchfield.
Okay.
So just look up Chick Farm Woodworking. We have a link on our page. If you go to the event tab, all the events and maps of everything is there.
I'm going out there right now.
And then, so if you go to the events tab on our homepage, you'll see it. Then we have the big event that we have coming up is going to be at the Doubletree Hotel. And the Doubletree Hotel has got... Black Friday weekend.
Yes.
We have the Holly Jolly Christmas Festival, which is it used to be formerly called the
Doubletree in Manchester.
Yep, it formerly used to be called Made in New England Expo.
Yes.
It's now called the Holly Jolly.
Oh, it is.
So
Made in New England is really good. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah. This Caliph tasting, is that the...
That's a tasting up at Caliph's General Store.
Yeah.
Yep, we're up there. And
Wow.
everyone wants to taste it, they can come up to Caliph's and try it. We're also going to be at the Birch, I think it's Birch Church on Birch Street. We have, it's may not have been up, oh yeah, it is. Christmas at the Brook.
Oh, yep.
So it's up on the calendar there. So that's
December
coming up on
7th.
December 7th. That's the next one after that. And then we're back down at, we're in Woodstock for the Wassail Festival in Woodstock, Vermont.
You are? Oh, Vermont. I was thinking Woodstock, New Hampshire.
Yep.
So how long does it take you from start to finish to bring a product to market?
You don't have enough time in the day to tell me. But it's
I know it's not easy.
It's approximately 120 days if everything goes the way it's supposed to.
Oh, that's better than I thought.
It's long story short, really quick. We take all our product. We have to send it off to a university that does food testing.
Okay.
In this case, we send it up to the University of Maine. That's the longest process. So that takes anywhere between 4 to 6 weeks to get back. They test the pH level. They test the water in the food. Make sure no botulism is growing.
Yep.
That takes about, they're right now running on the high end, so 6 weeks. And then once we get the approval back, and if it's approved, keep in mind.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
I've had a couple come back to me where I've had to repeat it. I have to go back. It's another 4 to 6 weeks.
Wow.
So there's if everything goes well, then it comes back. We do a test batch with the co-packer. Then we have the co-packer can create it. So the whole process is about 120 days. If everything goes well, that's once I figure out the exact sauce that I want to use.
Yeah, that's what I was getting. Yeah,
The process before it could take months.
Sure.
I take sauce, I'll take it to an event, and I'll do tests. Say, do me a favor, we're running a test on some sauces. Can you tell me which one you like best? And we let people try it, and they vote on it, and we kind of narrow things down, and we get feedback, and then we go back in and refine it, and so forth.
Yeah, well, for folks who don't know, almost all of these, if I'm not mistaken, their flavor profiles are multiple. They're not just like one, it's just got maple and that's it and you walk away. There's a lot going on in some of these.
Yeah, there is.
So you have to figure out flavors that go together, right? I mean, you don't want like fish with like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So it from start to finish is a long process. A long process. I know we're going to run out of time again soon. Why don't you give me a URL again and tell me where you're going to be like soon so people can go see you and buy some of this.
All right. So the URL is bigdogsauce.com. And then you can find us on Facebook at Big Dog Sauce NH. Do a search for there. Either way you do Google search, you'll come up with both of them. It should show up.
Yeah.
This weekend we are going to be up in, or not this weekend, next weekend we're going to be at Caliph's Country Store. We're going to be doing a tasting up there. And then from that point on, we hit the floor running with all the events. Go to our website, look at our event tab, find us there,
Are there certain seasons that you like really take off on? I would think summer.
Summer's good, but to be honest with you, our bigger season's fall.
Yeah?
Fall.
Please, your URL one more time, Daniel.
BigDogSauce.com.
Man, this is delicious. Absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious. You have been listening to NH Unscripted. I am Ray Dudley, happy to be out of the home. They don't know I escaped yet. NH Unscripted. What a great show. 1450 AM, 103.9 FM for the folks in Manchester on your transistor radios. 101.9 FM in Manchester for you beautiful souls down there. My nose is running. I might have had some habanero in there somewhere. NHTalkRadio.com is our URL. Daniel Lloyd from Big Dog Sauce was in the house. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
We'll catch you on the next one.